Good morning, everybody. It's really a pleasure to open again the Swiss Robotics Day. I like to say that I'm more than pleased, I'm really thrilled to see that this used to be a very small event, and it has only increased, improved, and brought together even more of all of the stakeholders in Switzerland. So as usual, I'm going to start with a couple of slides to remind us of who we are in Switzerland and what is the broadcast of all of our research, industry, startup, etc. So we really locate them everywhere within Switzerland. And we've tried, within this very small country, to bring everybody together in many different ways, but to bring them all, always, once a year on this site for the Swiss Robotics Day. Now, as you know, the Swiss Robotics Day was created by the NCCR on robotics. That was hosted at EPFL, but it was an adventure across many different places in Switzerland. And it started small. It started with 200 people. And look at what we've achieved. Each time we're closing with all registration full. And we never really know how many we will host more. So today we are 1,100 registered participants. And what I like most is that all of those registered participants represent really the spectrum of people working in robotics. Fraction of the participant is high for students, which is fantastic. By students, we mean master students, but also PhD students in our universities. We don't have here the geographical diversity, but I can tell you that they come from everywhere. They come both from the large university, EPFL, ETH Zurich, University of Basel, University of Bern, but they also come from many of the Fachhochschule, the HES. And that's very important because universities and the University of Applied Science needs to work hand in hand together with the industry to ensure that the technology that is being developed in our labs transfer naturally into the industry. Now, more than that, what I'm particularly also pleased of is that we have a fantastic set of booths. And this has been growing over the years, and this year is particularly packed. We have a majority of industry, which is exactly what we wanted. Industry is not just startup, it's also large corporation. And they cover all possible domains in robotics, which shows that even we are a small country, 8 million inhabitants, this is nothing. And we're covering all of our robotics, and we are at the top of the research in this area and also of the transfer of technology. From mobile robots, medical and soft robotics, manipulation, intelligence system, error and perception system, logistics and manufacturing. But you can see this also throughout our way. I think it's maybe a little small for you to see, but this is the list of all the exhibitors. And you will recognize many startups, but also many large companies. Now, if you've paid attention to the program, you may have seen that we have chosen this year a theme. And we've chosen a very particular theme, which I think is extremely important for today, for all of us. It's sustainability in robotics. When I meet some people, sometimes, outside academia, they tell me this is completely incompatible. How can you build machines that are made of metal, that are using a lot of electricity and claim that they could be sustainable or contribute to sustainability? But they can. They can in two ways. And we will see plenty of beautiful examples of this. First of all, we're going to have 4 keynotes that will tell us how we can use robots to either make construction more sustainable, more recyclable, also how we can monitor the change from climate change, of course with drones, how we can actively change the way that we grow crops by making sure that we have more sustainable cropping. And finally, but most importantly, that we can actually design robots that are sustainable by design. And this is the last talk that we will hear from Mirko Kovac. How can we do energy harvesting? How can we decrease the energy that we need in order to run a robot? How can we make sure that they can be biodegradable, for instance? I need to recognize that all of this was done largely thanks to the support of many people, but in particular to InnoSwiss. So we have to recognize that the Innovation Boost on Robotics supported by InnoSwiss was the main drive for bringing all these stakeholders together. And this will continue. I will talk more about this. We have created a Swiss Robotics Association, so be reassured, it's not ending now. This is not the last Swiss Robotics Day. There will be many more coming, but they will be then headed by the Swiss Robotics Association. I'll close by really thanking all the sponsors that have made this possible, and I will now would like you to really applaud our next speaker. We are very fortunate to have with us Anna from Cuthberta Immoral, who is our EPFL president, and I look forward to have her words that will tell us all about what EPFL is doing in terms of innovation, but also the support of EPFL for robotics. Anna.